Hi, everyone. Welcome to our market update. My name is Vinnie, and this guy will be here.
David Wright, thank you for allowing me into your house or your cell phone.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's uninvited, but at least this time it is invited. So thank you for having us.
Well, we're grateful to be here. We know you have a lot of important things you could be doing, but instead you're listening to us, and we're grateful for your time.
Well, let's just get into it. Below the clicker is giving you updated numbers of how the market's sitting. Active properties in that 4,500 ballpark as of last Friday, pending properties in the 2,400 ballpark. So as you can kind of tell, properties are taking a little longer in the market, less pending properties. I think pending was in the 28 just a couple weeks ago, so 24. So it is trickling down. Active properties is trickling up. What does that mean for you? It means that there's usually a little more wiggle room in this current market as kind of things are progressing. But before we get into interest rates, because I know Dave is going to kind of talk to us about what to look forward to this week, how rates are looking, let's get into the fun thing. The fun thing is the chance to win some money. That's what I know we love to do. Boop. Okay. All right. So here is the number below. I'm gonna get the clicker going below for my number and Davis' number. So text for your chance to win. All right. So how much of the least expensive detached property sell in Otay Mesa so far this year? What's your guess, David?
Ooh, man, I gotta tell you, Otay Mesa is not my area of expertise, and I'm probably gonna be really off on this one. So, I mean,
It's south, guys. It's south, closer to the border. There's a lot of
yeah,
newer
that's
communities in that
tough
area right
market.
there. Think about
I mean, least expensive, Otay Mesa, I'm gonna say 280.
330.
Oh,
Wow,
280, that was pretty close.
that was pretty close. That's definitely
Oh, from
bring
Wardlow.
some
I actually know Wardlow out. That's kind of funny. Wow.
confidence now. Okay, let's see if it brings some confidence. Because now we're going to an area that he does know, he lives in. How much of the most expensive detached property sell in La Jolla
Ooh,
so far this year?
this is going to be interesting because I'm actually invited to this house this coming Thursday, but it's not sold yet, and it's listed only at 45 million. But I'm doing a private tour this Thursday of the house
Well,
myself.
so
Can we talk
it
on
has to
topic of
have
media?
sold. It has to
Topic
have
of media.
sold. So
Oh,
the
I'm going to say most expensive and so far this year, 27 million.
okay. So the 45 million could be, by the time you're watching this, that 45 million could be different than what we're doing right today. But his guess right now is
27.
27 million. And this is the area that he lives in. He knows like the back of his hand. So,
I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, I live there, but I'm not as important as the other people that live in the area. That's the
well,
part.
that's his guess. What's your guess? Text below for your chance to win $50. All right, let's get into the fun stuff.
That
How are
was
rates looking?
well. It's been an interesting bumpy ride. If you're following all the news that's coming out, the Fed's going to basically do another 75 basis points. We already know that's going to be for sure. Then we also know in September probably going to get 50, if not 75 again. So how is this affecting mortgage rates? Well, unfortunately, when that does happen, mortgage rates actually go down. So it's actually a huge benefit because it affects the bond market. But the problem is lately, every single inflation number has come in higher than anticipated. And I know me and Vinny have been talking about this for a while. Inflation, it's a major factor. It erodes your money, erodes your wealth. And all the data that's come out has been bad. So last week, for example, rates jumped up a half a point and then came back down a quarter point. So it's like your average 30-year fix is probably like 5.75 right now, which overall isn't that bad because if you remember a couple of weeks ago, we were at 6.25. And there's actually some unique programs going on now that are even pushing you down the 5.5 range.
Hmm.
And they're actually really unique. So overall rates this week, we have some interesting data coming in. We got consumer confidence tomorrow. We have Case-Shiller home price index tomorrow, which is a big one. Uh, Thursday's another good initial jobless claims. That's another huge one. And then Friday, ooh, personal consumption and core consumer consumption and personal consumption. So basically Friday and spending. Friday is going to be one heck of a day. If inflation comes in really bad and spending's down on Friday, that's going to be very bad. And you're going to see interest rates jump up. So it's an interesting week. The best advice I can tell you right now is if you're shopping for a loan, don't play the market. Don't think you're going to save big by waiting around. Lock your gosh darn loan and wait, because I'm still holding true to my prediction, Vinny. In about January or February next year, rates will be down probably 150 basis points, if not 200, and you're not going to keep the loan anyways, and you're going to refinance. So lock your interest rate. It's too volatile right now to try and play the market. You're not Warren Buffett. I'm not Charlie Munger. And he's not Elon Musk. And play it safe. Lock your rate, protect your payment.
Okay, and remember, you can only lock your rate when you actually are in escrow on your property.
Ooh, Vinny, that's not true anymore. Stop the presses. Okay. I'm now locking loans up to 90 days that are not under contract for no cost.
No cost.
Zero.
Okay, so
I did a video about this, but you must not have watched it because at the end I actually gave you $1,000. I'm just kidding. But no, we started a program. We're doing it on conventional loans. We're allowing you to lock the rate now while you're fully underwritten on your pre-qual. Lock the rate up to 90 days at zero cost.
What are the requirements?
I just pre-underwrite your file. So basically, the way I do my normal files anyways, but I have to say pre-underwrite because that's the legal term we're supposed to use now. But that means we look at your income, your assets, your pay stubs, your credit, your overall profile, meets all the loan guidelines for that property amount, and we will now allow you to lock the rate while you're shopping up to 90 days. Vinny was right. We never ever did this before. We changed.
Well, I was going to say before you jumped in that 99% of the time you can't lock it in, or they're usually going to charge you something. But in this case, so if in this case you're not charging anything, what does the DTI have to be? Is it just a generic loan? I mean, is it a
generic? It's just conventional, Fannie Freddie.
At what? How 5% down conventionally? You can do a 90-day.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Crazy. I mean, it's crazy town.
Yeah, and so that brings me up to the next thing right there. Okay, yes, there's so many things that happen right there. So many different loan programs for each basically lender out there that different lenders are going to have different programs. I bet if you talk to 10 different lenders, right, maybe 6, 7 are probably not going to have what David has. Maybe 9 are not going to have what David has. Yet there are going to be programs that he doesn't have access to compared to maybe a brick and mortar one right there.
That is true. I mean, if any lender tells you they're the best at everything, they're a liar. If any lender tells you, hey, I have all the best programs in town, liar. Each one of us is different, full disclosure. Some of us are great at certain things. Some of us are not as good in others. And like, I'll use myself as an example, full disclosure, down payment type assistance. Do I like doing it? Am I good at it? Yes. Am I the absolute 100% best? No. That's just the way it is.
There's so many different programs out there. Just make sure whoever you're working with, right, you trust them, right? You trust them. They're giving you your best interest. And if one person says they can't do it, talk to a second trusted resource, right? If you don't have a first, call myself or David today. If you don't have a second, call myself and David today for that second. There's so many different programs out there. For you to think that you went online and look at all the different programs that are possible, you're doing yourself a disservice, because if there's a will, there's a way. Just make sure that whoever's leading you through that charge is going to show you the way. Thank you, guys. Please subscribe. Please share. Reach out to myself and David.
Wasn't there something super important you were going to tell us?